At RestaurantOwner.com, having the opportunity to meet our members and see how they use our tools and resources to set up effective systems, create a culture of positive employee and customer experiences, or maintain their thriving businesses is such a highlight. These success stories are a great source for ideas and inspiration, whether your restaurant journey is beginning, looking to expand, or just wanting day-to-day operations to be better. Enjoy these great insights from this RestaurantOwner.com member as they share their personal success stories.
My name is Constantine, chef and the owner of Sushi Heights. We're located at 1111 Studiowood Street, Suite B, Houston, Texas. I have nearly almost 2 decades of restaurant experience. I consider myself as a foodie. I love to travel. Travel has always been my passion. So whenever I travel, I pick a point to visit a local restaurant to try a different cuisine and be adventurous. Right? Like I went to Colorado area for ski normally, and there is a local sushi restaurant. There is some key point that I'm missing that I believe that what inspired me to actually open the sushi restaurant. Yeah. Whenever we plan to go to a sushi restaurant, there is always in the group who opposed to that idea because they don't eat sushi. What are options they can have besides sushi? For example, sometimes I find myself getting tired of sushi all the time. I love different kind of food, American food, and other different international cuisines. That has inspired me to open a Sushi Heights. What I think that we have to understand and value the local culture. Here at Sushi Heights, you can have a lobster ravioli with truffle beurre blanc and yuzu hen, or maybe our guests can try chicken parm udon instead of traditional spaghetti. And for sushi lover, for sure, they can have variety of sushi from traditional to modern sushi rolls. Yeah, here we have a first love roll. We have a kani, which is the imitation crab stick. We have avocado eel, topped with fresh Scottish salmon and micro cilantro. The most rewarding things in opening or your own restaurants, when you look at when you're creating the dish and then you brought that dish and customer eat it, right? And you always want to see their first impressions. Sometimes you don't have to hear like, hey, thank you, everything is good. But just by seeing their expressions, nodding their heads, that is the most rewarding. Like, hey, your food is good, they love it. The action is actually more than the words itself. I remember our first day opening this sushi restaurant. Because of that, everybody trying to understanding the flow of the kitchen, the flow of the front of the house itself. And we even have customer in the time that waiting 1 hour, 2 hours just to have our food on the time. And here we are, 3 years later, we're probably served to local community. We have a lot of regulars. Sometimes they talk about it. I remember the time that, we were waiting the food so long. And now it's if we compare it to before and now, it's like a remarkable achievement, not for me, but for everybody else in the team. So the challenging thing to owning a restaurant is not for everybody. I want to try to make everybody happy of 100%, but come to the conclusion that actually it's really hard to do, and that's very challenging. Customer feedback, that could be very hard sometimes, but we don't take that personally. We take that positively. We have to acknowledge them. We have to listen to them, the issue. If we have the issue that's come from us, don't be afraid to apologize. People make mistake. We don't punish our employee for mistake. We train them again until they actually get the flows. The most important thing is find solutions. A lot of people that miss the aspect of, yes, they apologize for it and they didn't find the solution. What can be better so that we don't actually repeat the same mistake again? So improving is the most important thing. Valuable advice that I received that contribute to the restaurant is my dad give me the advice that, hey, one day, whenever that you have a business, running your own business, make sure to treat treat your employee rights, take care of them first, they will taking care of your business. And regardless of staff training and development, of course, we take the assessments is the most important thing before we giving the what they have to learn, what kind of a training material that we need to produce. As I mentioned earlier, that treat your employee rights and they will taking care of your business, because they no longer feel like they're working in here, right? They feel like they be part of the company. This is their business. It's not about me, it's about us, and therefore they will actually put their heart to make the best of the dish of their own. Yeah. RestaurantOwner.com been helping a lot. Very easy to access. There is a lot of material that's very useful. There is a lot of things that actually, instead of we created ourselves, that is already in place in there, that we can actually implement it to our day-to-day business operations, especially the time. We can save our time by not producing other materials itself. The most that I love is about the daily tasks that we can actually create it in the system. I think that is really smart, right? Like with our monthly subscriptions, technically we can get the access of employees, do their side job, download it in their phones, and they can actually do the checklist, and we get the report digitally through the email, and we can actually see who does the job and who does not do the job. I love it. Very informative when it comes to trainings. When it comes to not only training, is educational materials. There is things that I never actually learned and that I can actually learn in there. For someone that just starting out the restaurant business, if they already started, make sure to standardize their procedures, policy, having that regular training, understanding the bottom line of the number, the cost saving, labor costs, thinking out of the box, what can be different. There is always things that we can improve every day. For people who doesn't own the restaurant and willing to have one, making sure that do a lot of due diligence, do the survey locations. Location is the most important thing, and also that the aspect of who is your clientele, who is your buyer, understanding what they actually really need and what you can contribute to open that restaurant, and what makes you different than any other competitor. What would I tell myself? That is a tough question. I think that let's be ourselves. I just keep going for what I love to do. I don't think that I would ever be changing my mind like, hey, not opening this restaurant. I think I found my patience finally. So I think that just keep going. What am I doing right now? The other thing that it's very valuable is also that never give up, especially like we've been facing like pandemics, and we have now tariff situations. For some business, they might not make it, and as long as we have that thought about like never give up, I think it's giving that inspiration and how to find the solutions and how to get better. A lot of people that don't have any restaurant background, doesn't mean that people that making a good food, the understanding about the business model itself. And fortunately that restaurant.com has a lot of materials in there that everyone can learn the correct way to do. Yeah?